as for Epstein, I've said this before, but just as a reminder, I do know somebody very, very close to this case who is in a position to know virtually everything. Not everything, but virtually everything. And this person has told me from the start, years and years ago, that Jeffrey Epstein, in this person's view, was not a pedophile. This is this person's view, who was there for a lot of this, but that he was into the barely legal type. Like he liked 15-year-old girls. That he wasn't into like 8-year-olds, but he liked the very young teen types that could pass for even younger than they were, but would look legal to a passerby. And that is what I believed, and that was what I reliably was told for many years. So I don't know what's true about him, but we have yet to see anybody come forward and say, I was I was under 10, I was under 14 when I first came within his purview. Look, you can say that's a distinction without a difference.
No, it's not.
I think there is a difference. There's a difference between a 15-year-old and a 5-year-old.
So you just heard Megyn Kelly, and she's getting dragged for her comment right there, which she's insinuating that Jeffrey Epstein sleeping with a 15-year-old is not a pedophile. It does not count as someone who's a pedophile. And I'm like, where on God's green earth did she think that this was a good comment to make? So it's saying that, Megyn Kelly questions whether child sex offender Jeffrey Epstein counts as a pedophile. He liked the very young teen type. Now, before we go any further, she said that she heard from a source that's what he likes. The thing is, she did not say it's wrong, he's a pedophile, these are kids, these are 15-year-old kids, he should not. She did not go out and say that. So when I read this quick article, and it says, okay, what we need to know from people. It says, Megyn Kelly addressed the newly released Jeffrey Epstein emails in which she mentioned Donald Trump on November 12th episode of her Sirius XM show. The host then said she's heard conflicting takes on whether Epstein counts as a pedophile because to her knowledge, he only likes girls in their teens. Now, if they're not 18 and 19, because those are the only other two teens where it's legal for you to date, then something's wrong with her. Anyway, there's a difference between a 15-year-old and a 5-year-old, she said. So you heard her say that. Now, as I said, does she think before she speaks? What did she think was going to happen when she did not say that is bad, no matter if they're 15, 16, or 17, that is still a child, that's still an underage girl, and he should not be doing that. She didn't even say that. So people are dragging her for even mentioning that, 15-year-olds, 16-year-olds, 17-year-olds, that was fine with him, and there's basically nothing wrong, allegedly, that she is saying. And I heard that she has a 14-year-old daughter, and I'm sure she would not want Jeffrey Epstein. And if you listen to her, to how she speaks, she's like, he likes them, say, 15 and above. Like 15-year-old is still not a child. And again, she might not have said it because she said she's heard from these reliable source. But still, you did not talk down on it that 15, 16, and 17 are still children. So that does make him a pedophile if he's going for girls 15, 16, and 17. Come on now. So, some people are calling for a cancellation. I don't think she even responded as yet. But come on now. People don't think. They are so in this mindset of this Donald Trump praise, like he's God, he's king, where, they can't speak on what's wrong. Now, they just released that, the courts or wherever chambers voted to release the Epstein files. But then I hear people saying they can release it, but Donald Trump already had his people snub his name, I'm guessing, in all the Republicans that are listed in it. And you hear him saying that, oh, they need to go after like Bill Clinton and what, Bill Gates and people like those. Come on now. So even though it was passed unanimously, I think it was 4-something to just 1. Who that one loner is, I'm not sure. But you think Donald Trump is not going to get on his security people or, Pam Bondi and what's his name, Cash Patel, that they're not going to redact some stuff out of that? So will we ever know the truth? 100%? Maybe not. Even Jeffrey Epstein's brother is making his own statements. He was on the Don Lemon show, and he's saying he does not think his brother took himself out. His brother knew too much, and they wanted him out because he would have spoken. He's like, Jeffrey was supposed to go to his hearing, his sentencing hearing, or his hearing, I think a week or 2 after he was arrested, and right then and there, he would have known if he would have been released. Why would you take yourself out and you haven't been to your hearing to know whether or not you'll be released from jail? Why do that? Now, if you go to the hearing and they're like, no, you can't be released, then you might think of something, but you don't know what the outcome might be. They could have said house arrest, wear a monitor, stuff like that. So, I'm not a political person. I don't talk politics because, like I'm saying, if I don't get it fully, I don't want to tell any stories. But when you have so many people speaking on a topic where, and especially when you see pictures with Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein partying together, there could be proof that he did know what he was going through, right? What was going on with Jeffrey. But anyways, yeah, Megyn Kelly. So far, I haven't heard of her being canceled, and I doubt she will be. But yeah, gossipers. So that's what's going around with Megyn Kelly, and to imply that 15, 16, 17-year-old, even if she didn't say it or think it, right then and there, she should have said no. No 15, 16, 17-year-old, no. Those are still children. But to talk about a 5-year-old to the 5-year-old to a 15-year-old, there's a difference. I don't give a rat's ass. They're underage. Anyways, gossipers, what are your thoughts? Please like, share, subscribe. Thank you for watching and listening.